All around me are familiar faces. Moto, mono, mono, places. Wanna moto, moto. We making money moves today, motherfucker. We're selling this rs660 for a steely dealy on the really. So selling it for 10k out the door. I wiped it down a little bit. Anyway, selling it because there's a game plan ahead of us, my peeps. And with that game plan in place, we just need to make sure there's no discrepancies with the cash. You know, if any cash falls through, so I know you don't live down this street, bruh. Dude, this is... You forget how dope this bike is till you ride it again. This might be one of my favorite bikes. I mean, I love so many bikes. I'm just so used to riding them and just enjoying them. Now I can confidently say I can jump on almost any machine and get comfy with it in a matter of moments. Anyway, so yeah, we're making money moves. We're trying to buy a house in literally like 25 days. The house was definitely pricey. But have no fear. Schmaxy the moneymaker is here, baby. You back at it, boy. This bike is so comfortable, it's actually insane. Make sure my fanny pack zip. Anyway, so we're selling this for 10 and we're selling the S1K for 10. So that's that. Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow selling the S1K, of course, but at the end of the day, like, I need to stop thinking with my, you know, I don't know how to say it. I need to stop thinking like, I need to stop thinking, I don't know how to describe this, but I need to change my mentality to, change my mentality to make better decisions moving forward, to make cash, dude. I'm trying to solve the problem of money, honestly. That that is, you know, as sad as it is one of the issues, problems. It is one of the forefront issues, probably the #1 issue in everyone's life. You know, even the people that have an ass ton of money, still, they want more, and they don't have enough, and they want this, and they want that, and they, you know, they want to make more and have more power, and that's why, you know, we got the beautiful world of capitalism. But at the end of the day, I just need to make sure that I make the correct decisions and the right moves to set my family up for a wealthy future, at least a stable one. But I really don't want to stop until, you know, I would like to solve the problem of money. I would like to make that a no longer. I don't want to be one that's kind of stuck in the ways of, you know, I don't know how to explain this, but I need to start looking at these motorcycles as assets. And if they're not assets and they're not paying me, then I don't think I should hang on to them. And that kind of, you know, brings me to my next point of, like, you know, this rs660 doesn't make us any money. The S1000, that's not a cash crop bike. You know, whereas something like the H2, that's a moneymaker. The machine right there drives views, literally it makes money, right? Anytime I go out on that bike, everyone's curious, they want to see me ride it, they want to see H2 ridden, on board, whatever. You know, the rs660, this bike's dope, don't get me wrong, but it's not a heavily searched machine, you know? So, I guess my point is, and you know what, why wouldn't you sell one of your Africa Twins versus the S1000? Well, because the Africa Twins, we're gonna rent them out and they're gonna make money for us. Oh, why not the Groms? Well, the Groms we're renting out, they're gonna make money for it. Oh, what about the Ninja 400 or the KTM 690? Like, yo, the fleet's getting rented out. I'm still up in the air if I'm gonna sell my Tuono, but I might sell my Tuono. And the reason for doing this, right, is I think I can daily the H2, honestly. I think just dailying the H2 and working on project, like just daily videos on YouTube, right, are what's going to make shit pop again, right? So I'm gonna have high-speed internet, hopefully. I mean, this is all a fingers crossed situation, right? Because, you know, until you close on the house, is the house actually yours? You know, you got to submit earnest money. They do, like, research into your finances. You know, where are you at in life? How much have you made? Can you afford this? Can you afford this? Can you afford this? Like, that's really what it all boils down to. So, like, just to back up and have 100,000% certainty, it's just, you know, getting rid of these to ensure a roof over my family's head come May 3rd or whenever. It's like May 1st to the 3rd, we're kind of like, you know, figuring out moving everything, but it's so yeah, that's kind of where we're at and where we're moving. You know, why would you sell a Tuono? Well, I love it, but it doesn't make me jack shit, you know, like, that's where, you know, that's where I'm at with it. So until, and the ZX6, right, so the ZX6 is going to be my little project bike build, right, for the track, and potentially going up to the canyons and riding pretty good, pretty hard during the summer. We'll see. if I can get out there early enough on some days and really hit it. I'm probably gonna do that, honestly, but I can't. And then, so that's kind of it, you know, right? I have like a riding hard bike that I can toss around and not really give a shit about, right? The ZX6R. I have the Ninja H2 for flexing. And then, well, what would you get? Getting rid of the ZX, or getting rid of the 200. The appraisal come in higher or lower than what we're paying for it. If it comes in lower, the bank doesn't want to give you the loan then, and now you're dealing with a real estate agent that has to negotiate more in order to, you know, get the loan for you to get the house, so it makes sense. And then you're dealing with like closing costs, and there's just so many fees and bullshit. It's crazy, right? Because, like, you know, you go out and purchase a Tesla, right? For example, we purchased a Tesla, right? And we bought it, like, straight up, and it was very expensive. Okay, I mean, it was probably about a tenth of the house cost, right? But it's just like, here's a check. And then they're just like, alright, title will come in the mail, here's the key, bye. Well, I guess that's paying outright. I guess we didn't do any financing. Africa Twin, not much. Like 3 or 4 signatures. Okay, bye. But Africa Twin was like way less. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Money's ridiculous. I honestly think it's like one of the... Dude, the people at this intersection are fucking, what do you call those people they're kamikazes, dude. But anyway. Anyway, I'm really anxious. Jane leaves tomorrow to go help her mom. So we're gonna be moving her mom out here, and then after a while Nice Corvettes. And so it's just gonna be Billy and I for the inspection, which is on Thursday. Next week's the appraisal, and then it's really just moving money. That's all it is. I'll tell you what though, this month couldn't be more chaotic. Like I didn't think life, I think this is like life just like kicking me in the ass and saying, you know, get your shit together, you know, because it really, like, I keep telling Jane this, like, I don't feel as if I have free will. I don't feel like free will is a damn thing anymore, and it's insane how much I've been just like, Jane and I have been backed into corners and had to make, like, immediate decisions that have changed our life. And it's that is what it is. So this one in particular was crazy, right? We'll be not getting that. So for example, like here's one. This is the most recent. I don't have free will. So the real estate agent that is the property manager, right, that we are in contact with our current rental, right, he hit us up and was like, hey, are you interested in renting for another year? And we're like, yeah, duh. Like, I'm like, yeah, no doubt, my wife's pregnant. Like, you think I want to move right now with a pregnant wife? You know what actual hell is? But, and so I was like, yeah, we will. And then he's like, okay. He's like, all right, well. And then he hits the little later, are you homeowner, you know, are you down, are you okay with doing month to month and just going by the lease? And I was like, yeah, sure, you know. And then he's like, a month and a half before our lease expires, he goes, owner's selling the house, we need you out May 1st. I'm just like, what? Like, what in the actual fuck? And then let me sing a little Billy. Mookie Bird! There's no AC. It's dope. It's dope. But it definitely makes sense to sell it. So it's kind of hard to disagree with it. I don't know, it's just, if something makes sense, we should do it. That's like the simple way of life, right? Anyway, so yeah, so then we got hit with that, and then it was like, okay, do you want to, and they're like, do you want to buy the house? And we're like, honestly, he gave us the price, right? He's like, the house is going to be X, but the owner's willing to give it to you for Y, right? And I was like, oh, That's considerate. That's nice, you know. And then he goes, and then he's like, "Are you approved? Yeah, are you approved? We need a pre-approval letter now." Like, and I'm talking, like he expected us to be like already shopping for a house or something out of the blue, and I was like, yeah, definitely don't have that, but we'll start talking to lenders. And so we did start to talk with lenders, and then we're doing paperwork with them, and it takes a little while. Like, it's not immediate, you know. You need to find the right lender, and to, you know, for them to say, yeah, you're approved for this amount of money. Like, anyway, there's steps, there's hoops you got to jump through, right? And so, and then he was like, all right, well, he's like, we're putting it on the market on Monday. I'm like, actually, I don't even think he told me. He's like, hey, the property's listed, we're starting viewings, da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like, oh my God. And then the list price was what he offered us. So it just, anyway. So, and he listed it for that price. And then I was like, honestly, let's look around, because, like, there were a couple red flags that we had, you know, like we are on a shared well, and the well has gone bad numerous times. The hot water heater went, you know, shit out on us, and I mean, I fixed it and it's good to go now, but the amount of buildup in there is insane. So, and then randomly one guy came by one time, and he was like, hey, I'm here to look at the roof. And I'm like, no one told me. And he's like, yeah, okay, you know, no one needs to come, blah, blah. And then the appraiser came to check out the house and give it an appraisal. And then he doesn't tell us what it got appraised for. And then it's just like, I don't know, those are red flags. And I really didn't, I don't know, that kind of sketched me out. So, and there were other options in the area, and we were looking all over, you know, here, there, everywhere, literally. I mean, and like, we were only in Arizona though, because we were, how do I explain this? You know, we've established businesses here, and like everything's like set up here, and it's like we know where our baby's being born, we know the doctor, like it's just, you know, moving to a whole other state is pain in the ass. And it's a pain too when you do taxes, because you got to file state taxes in each state, depending on each state's rules, you know. I mean, how long you live there, did you have an address? Yeah, it's just, dude, life is just so fucking complicated, for Christ's sake. I mean, literally, I don't know how else to explain it. Life is just really fucking complicated, and it shouldn't be. You know, we used to live in goddamn stick huts and eat like cavemen. I mean, I'm down for that. I would like to keep motorcycles around though. That's really it, okay? Motorcycle manufacturers and oil companies for gas, and that's that. True? True. I'm gonna put gas in it.